Okay, so today we're making pilau, and we're gonna add chickpeas and frozen peas. So it's gonna be a chickpeas and frozen peas brown pilau. First of all, we're gonna I've chopped three medium-sized onions, and just make sure you chop them lengthways. One small tomato chop, some coriander leaves. In the spices, we need 2 bay leaves. 1 teaspoon of coriander seeds, 2 cloves, 1 cinnamon stick, 3 black peppers, and 1 teaspoon of ginger and garlic paste. In the dry masala, we need 1.5 teaspoons of crushed chili powder, 2 teaspoons of salt, and half a teaspoon of red chili powder. We also need 1 tin of chickpeas. You can certainly use the fresh ones and then soak them in water, but I've just got the tin ones, and 1 cup of frozen peas. I've also got the rice. I've got 2.5 cups of rice soaking, and I've just soaked them for at least 30 minutes. It's just normal basmati rice, and that's 2 cups that I've done there. So let's get started with the cooking part. Okay, so I've got half a cup of oil, and what we're going to do, we're just going to add the jeera in. That was 1 tablespoon of jeera. And just let that sizzle away. We're also going to put 1 inch of cinnamon stick, 2 bay leaves, 2 cloves, 3 black peppers, and then just let that sizzle away. And we're just going to add the chopped onions in now. Okay, now we're going to add the onions in very gently, and then just stir this. And you're going to cook this until they are brown in shade. The secret of the colour of the rice is how dark you actually burn your onions. So if you want your rice to be like a really dark shade, then really burn the onions. This is the only time, this is the only dish where you're allowed to really burn the onions. But I'm just going to make them golden brown because I don't like my rice too dark in colour. So I'll let you know once it's gone golden brown. Okay, so after 5 to 10 minutes, we're going to add the ginger and garlic paste, and then just stir that in. And then we're just going to cook that for a further 1 to 2 minutes. We just want the onions slightly darker because that will determine the colour of the rice and on the end product there. So just allow that to cook, and the onions will slightly go darker as well. And then we'll add the masala in, and I'll show you what we're going to add in. Okay, so now that the onions have gone like a dark brown shade, we're just going to add the 2 tablespoons of salt, half a teaspoon of red chili powder, and 1.5 teaspoon of crushed chili powder. Just going to put that in. Okay, I'm also going to add 3 green chilies. I forgot to show you this at the start, so I'm just going to add that in as well. I'm also going to add the 1 tomato chopped, so add that in as well, and then just stir this. Okay, once the tomatoes are cooked and they've just disappeared, we're just going to add the tin chickpeas. I've just washed and rinsed them out, so I'm just going to continue to stir this. Cook this for at least 10 minutes, and then I'll tell you what the next step is. Okay, so after 10 minutes, we're just going to add the frozen peas in, and then just stir this. Okay, so once you put the frozen peas in and stirred it, we're just going to add the coriander leaves, and then just stir this in. Okay, so I have drained and washed the rice, and this was 2 cups of rice. Just going to add them in. Okay, and once you've added the rice in, just gently stir, just to cover all the masala that we made on the rice, just very gently, because we do not want to break it at this stage, because it can break. So just very gently, just go around each corner and then just turn it around just like this. And just make sure that your heat is on low heat. Very gently, and that's all we're going to do. We're not going to stir it too much. Just give the pan a little bit of a shake. Okay, so now we're going to add the water in. So just remember there is 2 cups of rice, and we're going to add in 3 just 3 and a bit of water. Just make sure you do the correct measurements, and then your rice will turn out perfectly soft and long. And we're just going to boil this until the water completely evaporates, and then I'll show you what it looks like. If you'd like to know the exact measurements of the water that I've just added, it was 900 mils of water that went into 2 cups of rice. And just allow this to boil, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so once the water has completely evaporated, as you can see, what we're going to do, we're just going to put this on dum. So we're just going to put it on very low heat, cover it with foil, and then cook it for another 5 to 10 minutes. And I'll show you what we're going to do. Okay, so I've just got a pan that you make chapatis on. I'm just going to heat that up slightly, and what we're going to do is... Okay, so what I've done is got the pan underneath, cover the rice with foil with lid, and keep it on very low heat. You do not need it on high heat, and you're just going to cook it for at least 10 to 15 minutes on make sure it's very low heat, because you don't want the rice at the bottom to burn on the bottom of the pan there. And I'll show you what it looks like in 10-15 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes, and we're just going to check the rice now. And they look absolutely perfect. All the grains are separate, not sticking together, every single grain is separate, and it's a lovely colour. That's perfect. You can certainly just gently stir it, but just be careful that you don't burn it. And I'll dish this out and show you what it looks like.